They expected a reaction, a storm, tears, raised voices, accusations, and emotional chaos that would prove they still had power over you. A narcissist feeds on intensity, on knowing they can still reach inside you and pull a string. They were ready for conflict, prepared to provoke, manipulate, and rewrite the story in their favor. What they were not prepared for was your indifference. Silence disarmed them. Not the loud kind, not the dramatic withdrawal, but the quiet kind that signals the end. When you stopped reacting, the battle ended instantly. There was no opponent left to fight, only the echo of something that had already died. They cannot understand how someone who once cared so deeply could suddenly detach and walk away without hesitation. What they fail to grasp is that care has a breaking point. You didn't switch off overnight. You exhausted yourself trying to fix what they kept breaking. By the time you left, your heart had already finished grieving. That's why there was no anger. Anger would have meant attachment. Anger would have meant hope. But you were done. And being done is a level of power a narcissist never expects you to reach. They came armed with excuses, half-truths, guilt, and emotional traps, convinced they could pull you back into the cycle. Instead, you listened, understood, and chose yourself. You didn't negotiate. You didn't beg for accountability. You simply exited. That calm decision terrified them more than any confrontation ever could. You didn't expose them publicly or dramatically. You figured them out quietly, the way someone finishes a book, closes it, and places it back on the shelf without needing to reread a single page. They thought you would stay because of habit, fear, loyalty, or emotional attachment. Instead, you changed roles. You stopped trying to save the connection and started saving yourself. You didn't wait for apologies because apologies would have given them control. You gave yourself closure. When a narcissist realizes you no longer need answers, they lose their strongest weapon. They hate that they never got to witness your breakdown. No tears to enjoy, no weakness to exploit, no door left cracked open. You didn't collapse. You closed the chapter completely. And the most unsettling part for them is that you did it without explanation. Your silence became permanent, and permanence is something their ego cannot survive. They replay every moment now, trying to locate the exact second you checked out. Was it the lie, the disrespect, the emotional neglect? They don't know, because your final straw happened internally. They only noticed once the light was already out. Your silence forces them to sit alone with themselves, and they don't like what they see in that reflection. They are stuck in the moment you left. You're already living the next chapter. They lost access to your energy, your loyalty, your love, the version of you that would have endured anything for them. That version is gone. Your goodbye wasn't emotional. It was final. And nothing frightens a narcissist more than realizing they are no longer important enough to even be hated.